Hello, today we're going to be making an orange apricot pork roast. Now what I got here is approximately a 2-pound pork roast, and we've already tied it up with baker's string, and that's to keep it one uniform size and kind of keep it moist. It helps to do that. Okay, and it takes pork probably about 25 to 30 minutes in a oven. We want to roast it slowly because if you put it on too high a temperature, you're also going to dry it out. So I'm going to bake this at 300 degrees, and you can bake it at 325. I'm just using glass, and so I'm going to go ahead and bake it at 300. Now what I've got here is my spices and herbs. I've got salt and pepper in here. I've got a quarter teaspoon of rosemary. I got a quarter teaspoon of thyme. I've got a quarter teaspoon of garlic powder and a quarter teaspoon of onion powder. And I'm going to have some olive oil. I'm going to make just a little paste. That's also going to help keep it juicy. Stir that together, and now we're going to rub this on our pork roast so our hands are going to get messy. All over it. Now what I've got here is some McCormick Italian seasoning grinder, and I really like this, so I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit on top of our roast here. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and place it in the oven. Okay, and we're going to let our roast cook for about half an hour, and then I'm going to go ahead and baste it with our sauce. And what I've got here is 1 cup of apricot preserves, and I've got my pan set on medium low. I got 2 cloves of garlic that I've minced. I really do prefer mincing than chopping. You get more flavor. I've got 1 juice of 1 orange. Add that. Making a mess already. I got the zest of 1 orange. Go ahead and add that. I got 2 tablespoons of dark brown sugar. And I've got half a teaspoon of rosemary, ground rosemary. I'm going to add that. Now I've got some soy sauce, and I'm going to add just it's probably a tablespoon. There. And we're just going to stir this all together and let our preserves melt and cook it for a little bit together till it thickens up some. Okay, while we're gone, I kind of tasted this and I felt like it needed just something to give it just a little more zing, so I sprinkled a little red pepper flakes in our sauce, and I added a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. So we're going to go ahead and pour a little bit over our roast. And we're going to pop it back in the oven, and we're going to cook it in about 20 more minutes, and we're going to go ahead and glaze it again. Okay, we're going to go ahead and baste it again. And we're going to reserve the rest of this sauce for when we're serving for people who like dip. We're going to put it back in the oven for about 10 more minutes, and then total time's been baked for about an hour, so I think it should be done. Okay, our roast is done, and we're going to let it rest for about 10 minutes or so before we cut it. And you can go ahead and heat up your sauce again so you can serve with some extra sauce. And we'll be back after we carve it. Okay, now for the good part. And I want you to see how juicy it is. See? A lot of juice there. It's tender, it's delicious. I hope you enjoy this recipe. Thank you for coming in.